And don't pay anyone to look up your family tree, because you're going to pay them to forget it. Just all of a sudden start right now and assume the dignity that is God. That's what your real background is, God. And so assume it. And then walk in that assumption. And if you have children, I hope you do, well then, instill that into the child. Instill it into all within the environment. And have them feel important. I have no background judged by human standards. Are they intellectual, financial, or these things? We made it. But Mother instilled in us, when we did something of which she was ashamed, she would say to us, have you forgotten that you are a Goddard? Well, we didn't know. That must have been very important. Because Mother said, have you forgotten that you're a Goddard? Well, I never heard that we ever had any background. But all of a sudden you began to feel that you must be important. So Mother instilled it into our mind's eye. She made the name important. So today it is important where we are. In the business sense, in every sense it's important. But Mother did that, and she married a man who had no background and took his name. But she made it important. All right? Who has any background? As far as I'm concerned, I refuse to accept the aristocracy of any being in this world other than the aristocracy of the Spirit. What other aristocracy? Give me the aristocracy of the Spirit, but don't come to me with any physical descent. I'm not an animal. I'm not a horse where you develop it by one horse after the other. I'm God. We're all God. And you can't go back beyond God. So if that's the start of all of us, well then that is our root. And so claim it now. At any point in time, claim it. And you'll find yourself being washed clean of anything you might have thought the family tree held. You don't have any family tree. The true Israelite is not a descendant after the flesh, but the elect of God, of whatever nation. That's the man of God. So you simply dare to assume that you are that man of God. And then apply what I'm telling you tonight. And may I tell you, in the not distant future, in the immediate present, it'll work. If you don't falter and do not change the assumption, if you remain faithful to the assumption, it will harden into fact. Because imagining creates reality. It does. Now let us go into the silence. Now, are there any questions, please?
Last night you said you didn't believe in reincarnation and the need to read it for you losing the sense of being. And how do you explain the fact that some people, when they go to a particular place and they've never been there before, and they experience and recognize it, or people who have been hypnotized have the ability to become previous minds, and in these cases because it's negated.
My dear, there's a man in this state today by the name of Krishnamurti. He was a member of the Theosophical Society when Annie Besant and Alcott and that entire crowd ran it. That book is still in print. They brought out a book without his consent. They tried to make him a Christ, the reincarnation of Jesus Christ. He didn't deny it. He didn't go against it. He allowed it. And that book came out, and they are literally hundreds of full-page pictures of his so-called reincarnations of the past. One, the male, female, Chinese, Indian, Oriental, Caucasian, all these. I don't think they included the Negro. They hadn't quite integrated then in this setup. And here he went all the way back, but not into the Negro. He was something different. Then when he got big enough and courageous enough to deny it, he denied it. But they've printed those books, and they're still in the library, and they're still in the homes of individuals, and now he will go from the world as they have departed this world, and those who will come tomorrow will not know it was refuted, and go along and believe it. I tell you, my dear, stick to the Bible. All these are simply theories. Man-made theories for one purpose, to make a buck. It's cruel to say that, but I cannot let it go by. 99% of them are in it only for $1. Seems cruel, but I'm telling you what I know. I've gone through these many isms. Has nothing to do with spirituality. You are individualized, and you tend forever towards greater and greater individualization. You will never lose your identity. You will awaken one day and you are the Lord Jesus Christ himself, without loss of identity. That's the great mystery. I will know you. And when you awaken and you're born from above, and you behold the fatherhood of God, and you being the Father, I will know you. You will not lose your identity, and yet I will know you to be God. I will know you to be Jesus if I'll know you as you are now. And it will not seem strange to you